Thank you for that. So let us start with TFSA, tax free savings account. We'll do a recap of that and then we'll solve some problems based on it. Okay. Now, what is a tax free savings account? So, tax free savings account means whatever money you put in there, whatever investments you do in a tax free savings account, you don't have to pay taxes on it. So, they grow right over the years, and whenever you withdraw, you don't have to pay any taxes on it. So the benefit of this plan, tax-free savings account plan, is tax-free growth. So whatever growth happens in the plan, you do not pay any taxes. You don't get tax deductions when you invest, but withdrawals are tax-free. So whatever withdrawals you make from the account, you do not pay any taxes. Now limit is not infinite. So it is 6,000 every year, like it is adjusted to inflation. So and it changes in the increments of $500. So for next couple of years it's going to be $6,000. After that it may go to 6,500. There is an over contribution penalty, so do not over contribute in your TFSA. You have to keep track of whatever you are investing. Now, there are no conditions for withdrawal. You can withdraw it anytime you want for any use. So, you want to buy a house, you can withdraw it for any purpose, education, vacation, anything. So, same way, no conditions are there for withdrawal. Spousal TFSA, there is no deduction available. So, you can contribute to your spousal TFSA, but there is like no benefit to you. You don't get deductions. So when you retire, no taxes are to be paid and it is not treated as your income. So whatever you accumulate, this is important. Whatever you accumulate in an RRSP, when you withdraw that, it is treated as your income. So that will change your, like maybe your pension or maybe CPP or whatever, like old age income, like GIS, whatever you are going to get. But whatever you withdraw from TFSA, it is not treated as income. Okay. So let's do some calculations for it. I'm opening a new sheet, TFSI. So we'll take the same examples that we did and compare it what happens in a TFSA. So I'm just going to copy this. Okay. So first example we did for RRSP. Caitlin is 25 years old. Her current tax bracket is 30%, right? She wants to retire at the age of 60. So she has 35 years to go. Her tax bracket is 20% when she retires. Now tax brackets does not matter for TFSA because whatever you put in, you do not get tax back for it. But whatever you withdraw, you do not have to pay any taxes on it. So tax is irrelevant in a TFSA. So, what is our plan to invest $5,000 each year at the start of the year, right? In an ETF that pays 7% and has a management expense ratio of 3%. Assumptions that tax backs are reinvested, so it is not relevant in this case. So, no assumptions. So, we'll prepare a plan and let's see how it compares to a RRSP. Okay. So, Caitlin, 35 years to go, starts with 0. So this is years, 0, 1, 2, and we'll drag it to 35. Okay. Funds at the start, it is 0. Yearly investment, $5,000. Okay. Then fund, like fund growth, there is no tax back. So there is no tax back column. You do not get a tax back. So this 5,000 will grow at 1 plus 7%. So this 5,000 will grow. Now you have to pay MER on that, management expense ratio on that. So it is this multiplied by 0.03%. Whatever is the fund value, you have to increase it by that. So funds at the end of the year, it is the fund growth minus MER. So once again, we started with zero. We put in $5,000. This $5,000 grew, right? So it went to 5,350. So it gave 7% return, but you had to pay MER of 0.03. So it is $1.60. And the funds at the end of the year become this. Okay. Next year, the funds start here. Yearly investment is again $5,000. The growth now becomes value at the beginning plus yearly investments, right? Put together. So you already had $5,348. You additionally put 5 grand. So 10 grand, 10,000 something will grow by 7%. So 1 plus 7%. Okay, so it becomes 11 grand. You charge MER on that. Okay, you get funds at the end. Next, you start with this. You put in this much. The fund grows to this much. You pay MER on that, and it continues. So we'll drag it down to 35 years. So how much money? So money before tax or funds before tax. Okay. Taxes, 0. You don't pay any taxes in TFSA. So funds after tax is $790,000. Now, if you compare it with RRSP, how much was it in RRSP? So RRSP after tax without reinvesting the tax back. So our tax backs were not reinvested. It was coming to $632,000. And with reinvesting her tax back, it was coming to $876,000. So RRSP, where you reinvest the tax back, will perform little better than TFSA. But if you do not reinvest the tax backs, if you use it for, let's say, any other purpose, then TFSA generally performs better than RRSP, because including the tax backs, how much are you getting? After tax amount plus tax back, so 685. So you are still getting higher in TFSA. But if you reinvest all those tax backs for all those years, then usually you end up with more money. Okay. So TFSA is a good instrument. So once you exhaust your RRSPs, right, then you should start investing in TFSA or do it parallelly, right? But use your RRSPs first because you get tax backs, and always plan to invest them. But then if you have room, then start using your TFSA. The biggest benefit, no taxes. It's not included in your income. So if you are below a certain like income in retirement, your taxes will be lower, and plus you get additional support from the government. So it does not like intervene with all that support, and also it keeps your taxes low in retirement. So it's a good instrument to use for. So I'll give you some time to do the next one. Okay, this is the one. Now you can't put $10,000 in a TFSA, so we'll cap it to $6,000. That's the maximum amount right now. Okay, so I'll give you some 10 minutes to do it and 10 minutes to try it on your own. So Harry is 32 years old. He wants to retire at the age of 60. He plans to invest $6,000. Tax rate now, tax rate when he retires does not matter. It's not that relevant, because in a tax-free savings account there is no taxes. The ETF will give 7.5% return, and ETF charges 0.09% as MER. So ETF returns, these were returns, and this was ETF management expense ratio. So try and find out how much funds will he have when he retires. Okay, so we are trying to solve this. So always start with years. So how do you find out how many years to go? So retirement age minus current age. So that is 28 years. So you have to make an investment plan for 28 years. So it starts with 0, 1. We have to drag it till 28. Okay. The first column is fund value at the start. At the start of the plan, it is 0. Then yearly investments. Yearly investment is $6,000 in this case. Then growth of the fund. Growth of the fund is 6 grand into 1 plus whatever return is given. Return in this case is 7.5%. So 1 plus 7.5%. Okay. Then you need MER, management expense ratio. So it is fund value multiplied by 0.09%. Okay, that is MER. Then funds at the end. So it will be 6450 minus $5, whatever. Then you continue. This is funds at the start, which is nothing but funds at the end. So just transfer it here. Yearly investment is again 6 grand. Now growth of the fund is fund value at the start of the year plus yearly investments that you put in multiplied by 1 plus rate of return. Rate of return is 7.5%. So 13 grand. MER is this into 0.09%. $12. Deduct it. Okay. Then drag it down. Okay. Whatever you accumulate here. So funds before taxes is this much, and funds, okay, before that taxes on it, 0 because it's a tax-free savings account. So funds after taxes, okay. Important point, in a tax-free savings account, the taxes are 0. So you should be able to accumulate 600,000 if you keep on putting $6,000 every year, and the fund grows at 7.5% by the time you're 60. Any questions? Okay. So the next part is non-registered account, but we will do that non-registered account in the next session. So I'll give you rest of the time today to do your assignment. So you have a personal value statement due. So either you can stay on the Zoom sessions if you have any question, or you can do the assignment on your own. Okay. So I'll stop sharing. I'll stop recording.